again.
I mean, this is. I mean, I can't really say too much about it because all the facts are not out yet. But it's just mind-boggling. If it's true, it's mind-boggling.
Since you don't, let me go ahead and be the one that steps out there and.
I mean, we don't have all the facts yet. But
we fuck that. We got enough facts. We know that the Intelligence Committee has said several times over that he was doing it. We know that this is a president that runs and kisses Putin's ass every time he comes in contact with Putin.
He does.
He knows he went over to Russia, had the little PP sex party, and they was pissing on him and all that stuff and all that crazy.
Shower.
Yeah, the golden shower.
Oh yeah.
My God. We know that happened. We know that they paid the bounty. We know that he's not going to do anything about it. But this is a president who continuously. But this is a president that consistently talks about who? The military. And if you kneel, you're disrespecting the flag in the military.
And yet he got. Russia got bounties out on American
This is the same
troops.
president. He said nothing about it because he didn't want to say nothing about it. When New York Times started telling everybody this is what happened, he didn't even try and get in front of it.
Nope.
He didn't even try to change the narrative. What he did was say nothing. And then when CNN confirmed it, ABC confirmed it, MSNBC confirmed it.
That's AP. They're talking about it in foreign newspapers.
Oh, no.
I read the French Guardian this morning. It's in that paper.
But wait a minute. It gets worse. Guess who now is stepping up to the bat and asking questions? His good old news station, Fox News.
Oh, yeah, and the Republican Party is asking questions about it.
Well, I'm saying Fox News is saying, wait a minute. And he does nothing. This is the thing. He does nothing because he doesn't care. But he is the first one to yell when you kneel. But then you got to remember.
I don't think it's that he don't care.
How can you care?
I just think that his intelligence level is lacking to be in the position that he's in. And anytime you have an individual
y'all get ready because I'm about to rant.
That have an intelligence committee that serve you briefings every morning about what's going on in foreign affairs and domestically, and you don't read it, what does that say about you as an individual? I mean, can you read?
He doesn't care.
Are you literate?
Wait. This is the same president.
Or do you think you too big or too important to read the reports from your intelligence committee that's given?
You're making my point for me. This is the same president who took money from the Pentagon pension service and was putting it toward getting his wall fixed. Right. This is the same president who took money from overseas soldiers for their daycare and new housing for more soldiers and their families for them to live overseas, and he directed that millions. He directed those $320 million to do his walk. Yeah. This is the same president that consistently he talked bad about the Hans. There's a Gold Star family that had the fallen, the Robinson family where the husband died, and you know what are you gonna do? They die.
So he pretend to be for the military, but he really ain't.
But he does. He pretends to be everything while it suits his interest.
Yeah.
This is the thing. He has not changed. He is being the same. He's being that same motherfucker. Yeah. That's why he talks about the
same person from Central Park 5 who
called them savages, said they should be murdered. They're a pack of dogs.
People elected him
because you got to remember. People elected him because
it was so obvious to me.
They hated Hillary, so Hillary got vilified so tough by the Republican Party. Well, that's why they had 7 sessions on Benghazi.
That's not going to happen again.
Oh no,
you finished, brother. You are finished.
The thing about it is we figured it out. But yeah, he knew that. He knew that they were doing this. He doesn't care. The thing is, he's going to sit back and say it's the Democrats trying to make him look bad.
Right.
He's going to say the Democratic Party is just trying to use this as another because they're trying to explain away.
Well, he said that about the pandemic.
Of course.
He said it was a hoax.
He says it about everything. Yeah. He says it about everything. This is something, he has no new tricks. When Sean Hannity got him on Fox News, and Sean Hannity fucked up and gave the whole United States a reason to dislike Trump when he asked him, what are your plans for the second term? Well, we did a lot of great things, and John Bolton is a dickhead. What does that got to do with your plans for the next 4 years? You have no plan. And the reason why you don't have a plan is because you know you fucked over the farmers where they lost most of their farms. The farmers foreclosure rate is up 30%.
You mean he messed over the farmers?
He fucked over the farmers.
Lord.
Yes, that's right. Fuck that. I'm on there. It's time for the rant, everybody. Then he fucked over the manufacturing companies. Cause he gave Train.
You can't bleep you out.
No, you can't bleep shit out.
Okay.
This is YouTube, baby. I can say what I want.
Okay.
He fucked over the manufacturers because the train plant that he was supposed to be helping get all those people to keep their job, they automated the factory and still kicked all them people out and took their pensions. He fucked over the coal miners because he was telling the coal miners, "Oh, you better get ready because you're gonna have your asses back to work." And then how many people? There's like over half of the coal miners. There's only 2 or 3 main coal mining companies left.
Right.
Because Trump.
Boy, you got your facts right.
That's right.
Boy,
and the thing about it, what makes it worse,
I feel heat coming off you.
That's right, because you feel this heat, baby. Feel this heat. Because this dude has consistently been who he's always been.
I know it.
He lies.
But that's why I can't understand why people is racism that deep in this
Yes,
country?
it is.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Is it that deep?
Yes, it is. It is that deep.
And he's still trying to play off that.
And he's still trying to. He's not trying. He's rolling full force over it.
It's not going to work, though.
It's not
going to work this time.
Well, this is the difference. And this is the main difference.
It's not going to work this time. I'm sorry.
But I'm saying this is the main difference, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off of this because I know we still got a little bit more to get to. The main difference why this is not going to work is because all the people that you use to get to where you threw them to the side.
Yeah.
Now, where you fucked up with the military, you fucked over John Maddox.
Yeah.
You called him an ineffective general.
Yeah.
This man has been...
And I can tell, the military is... He's ex-military, so he really gets sensitive when anything about the military is not... And
because they trot us out, because they trot these vets out, they trot our vets out, and once a year, and then they come up to you and pat you on your back and say thank you for your service, and then when they're back on the street, they're bums.
Yeah.
They're nothing. They need to pull themselves up. They need to work. No accounting for PTSD. No accounting for all the things that they've been through and went through.
Yeah.
All the ones who have humongous medical bills. The VA system is completely fucking broken.
Yeah, it is.
So then you want to turn around and tell us on that one day
that's something Biden need to address as soon as he get in office.
Look, on that one day a year, you want to come up and tell us you can get a free meal at Denny's.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, fuck you. Fuck you and your free motherfucking dinner. How about that? How about you help these soldiers out? Yeah. How about you actually do some meaningful shit for the soldiers?
That's true.
Since you worried about them kneeling.
Yeah.
You disrespect our military and our flag
by kneeling.
So let me make sure that people understand why I always get mad when people say you disrespect our flag. Every military man on this planet knows that we did not join the military. When you raised your right hand, you said to swear to affirm and protect the Constitution.
Right.
You didn't swear to affirm to protect the fucking flag.
Right.
And with that Constitution comes the people's right to protest, people's right to freedom of assembly, freedom of all these different things. So if you're going to sit back and tell soldiers, well, you should be ashamed if you feel the flag. I love America. I fought for America. I've been shot twice for America. But fuck a flag. I'm for the Constitution. I am strictly for the Constitution. I swore to uphold the Constitution, not a flag.
All right now. All right.
Now let's move on. Okay. We got to hurry because I done took too much time.
Okay,
so what I want to get into real quick, and this is going to be like a couple minutes mostly. Congratulations, Donald Trump, on that great rally.
And which one? The one in Oklahoma or Arizona?
The one in Oklahoma.
That they said they had 1 million RSVPs.
Oh, you don't know the rest of the story.
And 19,000 seats, but they only filled 6,200.
Well, do you know the rest of the story?
The TikTok people.
No, not only TikTok. So what happened was Donald Trump was talking about his Oklahoma rally, and he was first of all
1 million people RSVP'd.
The K-pop community, I love you guys. Y'all sick, but I love you
say
guys.
that about my Trump impression.
Oh yeah, the little hand.
I have very big hands.
But he drinks water like this. Yeah, okay, idiot.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
the K-pop community pranked Donald Trump as well as TikTok. Everybody was reserving seats. I reserved 2 myself.
Oh my God.
Made sure that I had reserved the 2 seats. I
my
had
goodness.
everybody I know reserved 2 seats from his thing, and it was over. They had to
Say about 400,000.
No. It was bigger than that. So they said it was supposed to be 1.2 million people showing up. That's
Right.
why they had
That's what RSVP.
right. So
That's why they had the overflow outside.
That's why they had a gigantic overflow outside with the big Titatron in the back. And
I
2
was
giant
laughing
speeches.
I'm sorry, but I was laughing so hard when they was dismantling it because nobody was out there. I mean, they had the cranes just taking it down.
And what was the funniest part was
That
the
is
fact,
so sad.
The fact that
He's our president. We shouldn't be laughing at him.
fuck him, shit, fuck him, fuck you, orange motherfucker. Fuck you. Look like a dead pumpkin. Fuck you. Yeah, that's right. Fuck that. The thing about it is, what I loved about that is that it gave him a clear idea of really how people truly feel.
Yeah.
We don't like you enough that we're gonna let K-pop and TikTok, a little teeny bopper site. That's basically what it is.
They tricked them.
Oh, they did it, and they look.
They tricked them.
and they're gonna do it again.
Oh my God.
But the thing was funny. This is my problem, and this is my issue. So he was on. So Trump.
What about the signs that they took out of the seats, the social distance signs? He had his people come remove the signs.
You know why? You know Trump. When we gonna understand that Trump does not care. Trump
About the
doesn't care.
pandemic.
He doesn't care about the pandemic. He was willing to open up the country. So he's thinking that he's going to get his economy back online while people are dying.
Because that's all he had to campaign on.
Exactly. So while the people are dying, he wanted the country opened up. So when you tell somebody that you want your country opened up,
I agree to a certain extent about him opening the economy because you can't keep an economy shut down like this. But he did it the wrong way. He did it the wrong way.
Okay, so my question would be this. You look at the countries who had their economy open and going through the pandemic.
Right. Who did it successfully?
No. Because let me tell you, they just did it. They just opened it up.
Okay.
All those countries are what? Hot spots. Now there's only a few.
Okay.
You look at Germany, France, Italy, because Italy was. Remember, Italy was the worst on epic. They were dangerous.
Now they're doing a little better.
A little better.
Yeah, they're doing better.
No. They almost got it. They got it damn near flat.
And so does Korea, South
Korea.
Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah.
Germany, France, Spain, Italy. And the reason why is why. They sat their ass at home for a few months with the help of the government.
Yeah.
They sat at home.
Well, we only got one stimulus. They sitting on the second one.
They're not sitting on the second one. It's not coming out. Mitch already said, I'm not doing it.
Well, Trump came out and said the second stimulus will be out in a few weeks, and it's going to be big.
Like I said, Mitch McConnell already said.
You don't think it's coming out?
I don't think it's coming out.
I think it is. I think it is, but
because
their timing is horrible. I mean, it should have been repetition to these stimulus packages.
And that's what
they should have had 4 by now.
And that's what Canada did. That's why Canada's
doing better than us. Yeah,
doing better than us. They damn near done with it. It's
they're
almost
doing
out.
better than us. I know.
Germany, Spain, Italy.
And we have a lot of viewers from Canada too.
Yeah, so we
shout
love
out
y'all.
to all our Canadian viewers.
Shout out to all your Canadian viewers, man. I got to make my way back up to Vancouver and say hello. Shoot.
All right.
But yeah, all those places are doing well because they followed the guideline of the health insurance. They followed the guideline of the people who they know is the ones to listen to. So,
all right, we got to get to final thoughts because we running.
My last thought. So, with that.
Well, let me go because mine is going to be quick. I know you're going to do your part 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yep. I got it.
Okay. All right. My closing thought is about voting again. I know it's redundant. I know you probably think I'm crazy. Why does this man keep talking about it?
Yep.
Because it's so important.
It is.
You have to go out and register. You cannot vote in November without your registration card. They won't allow you, there. Okay? So make sure you get registered. Make sure you vote. Make sure you educate yourself before you go to the polls. Me, I always do a little research. Not a lot, just a little, because I have in my mind. But I do a little research, write things down, especially if it's some proposals on the ballot. I figure out if I'm going to vote yes or no on the proposals and so forth. So that's my thing. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you vote.
That's
we
right.
can't talk about it. We have to be about it.
And that's it.
It's so important. We have to go to the polls. What is that saying? Take your souls to the polls.
Now he's coming up with sayings. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's that important.
All
right, go ahead.
I wish mine was as altruistic.
As what?
Altruistic.
All right.
And simplistic, and the ideal of just voting.
Larry using big words here.
Hey, every now and then I get to try, right? I got to try every now and then. My issue is, let's talk about Miss Laura Ingram.
From Fox News.
Yes, from Fox News.
Oh boy, here
so
we
go. We're gonna talk. So I'm talking about
Should
white.
I cover my ears because I know you're gonna call us some names.
You might as well get ready to cover your
my
ears every
goodness.
5 seconds because I got some to say about this
Oh,
stupid
my
ass
goodness.
bitch.
Oh my goodness.
The thing
my
is,
goodness.
Laura Ingram, white privilege is when you have your co-host Tucker Carlson say that white supremacy isn't real, even though white supremacists say they're white supremacists. White privilege is where you can get two black men that do a show and they're speaking out against the president that you favor, and you tell them they should shut up and dribble.
Oh yeah, that's what they told LeBron
Then,
James.
Yeah.
No,
and then
he should shut up and dribble.
But when you have
Laura Ingram said that, right?
Yeah. Laura Ingram said it. But then you have Drew Brees who talks about how you're supposed to stand and put your hand over your heart and you're against kneeling. And you jump right in. Well, he's a human being. He's supposed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
So what
But
happened?
LeBron James ain't.
But what happened to shut up and throw? See, white privilege.
She didn't say shut up and throw.
No, she did not.
But she told LeBron James to shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
Woo, boy.
But then you turn around. So then and this is the height of white privilege and white fragility. And white fragility is where you have white people whose whose life is so fragile that they have to everything that's said against them. You're attacking me.
Let me tell you something. Larry don't let nothing slide.
Nothing.
I had forgot about the shut up and dribble.
Nothing.
Months later, he bringing it up.
You motherfucking right, I am. So Laura Ingram, the reason why you're the epicenter of white privilege is because you, as a white woman, would sit there and tell two black men to shut up and dribble, but you had nothing to say about a person. But you took a whole 180-degree stance on what you talked about before. You're a coward, Laura Ingram. All the way down to your pigeon needle nose, fucked up blonde dye hair, nose like a fucking aardvark face. You have the nerve to jump on the train when there's somebody saying shit in your favor. Laura Ingram, you can kiss the hairiest parts of my ass.
Oh, my God.
And I hope that you end up in a restaurant and every black person in that restaurant throws their drink in your fucking face. You are the epitome of a racist. You are the epitome of a race baiter. You are the epitome of a hypocrite. But see, that all falls in line with your ideology because, if you look at the person that you're following, hook, line, and step, is a hypocrite,
Trump,
a race baiter, a liar, and all the other things that are ills. But see, Laura Ingram, I don't blame you. I don't.
Who you blame?
I blame the advertisers that advertise with her.
Oh, you going deep. Boy.
I'm going very deep.
You're going deep.
Because you see, a lot of advertisers.
So people that advertise on Fox News when she's on the air.
Right.
Mm.
Because you see what happened with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson saying all this racist shit.
Mm-hmm.
His advertisers was like, this is my exit lane. I'm getting off on this one.
Mm.
So then he's sitting back looking stupid because he only has 3 advertisers.
Mm.
Now, Laura Ingram has a whole host of advertisers. And she said horrific shit. She didn't go Tucker Carlson style because she knows. She's one word from losing everything too. But the advertisers that keep you on the air are the ones that we have to blame. Those are the ones that we have to attack. Those are the ones that we have to continuously send emails, notes,
Absolutely.
and let them know
Absolutely.
that these people
You
are not
support
okay.
her, we don't support you. We take our dollars elsewhere. There
Exactly.
you go.
So
Boy, you getting to the heart of the matter.
exactly. So Laura Ingram, you are who you are, and you've been who you've always been. And I am not going to knock you because I've always laughed at you because I knew that you could play the role, but deep in your heart, you truly are that horrible person. And so the only thing that we can do as black people is to make sure that we stop spending our dollars
With the people
those
that
people
advertise with
that
you.
advertise with you.
I got you.
We can stop spending, and this is where it goes back. Charlamagne the God said something, and then I'm going to go ahead and close this up because this is going to be the last time I'm going to talk about white privilege. Charlamagne the God said, go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it.
All right now.
Black people, we have over $1 trillion spending habit. We spend over $1 trillion a year on clothes, shoes,
Everything.
cars, everything. If we were to take that $1 trillion and put it toward companies who welcome us rather than companies who we want to be welcomed in,
There you go.
it would change the whole focus of how we get treated.
Economic power.
Economic power. You got to look at the Asian community. Asian community here in Houston, they have their own area.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
took most of the government signs down and put up in what?
Yeah.
In their native language.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Jews, Italians,
Chinatown.
Hispanic,
Mm-hmm.
all these different groups, they do it together. They make their money together. They go out and make their money, and they bring it back to their neighborhoods. They fix their neighborhoods up.
And that's true. As a race, we do need to improve on coming together and pooling our money together. But we have the crab effect.
Of course.
In the barrel.
Of course.
When somebody, when your neighbor is doing better than you, you have negative things to say about them. Instead of going over there knocking on their door, asking them, how did you achieve that? Please help me. I want to do it too.
But see,
that's real talk.
It is.
You can get mad at me if you want, but that's real talk.
And
We're the only race that don't come together and help each other.
The reason being is because,
You know,
and there's a lot of
You got 10,000, I got 10. Let's put it together and do something with it. Whatever the amount may be.
That's the thing that I'm going to say for another day. But I just wanted to let Laura Ingram and white people as a whole understand that we see you. We understand you now. A lot of things that you pulled off back in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s.
And in 2016.
And in the 90s. And 2016.
It's not going to happen.
It's not happening no more. See, the thing about it is, this one young lady from TikTok, I love her to death. She made this video. And in her video, she says, you don't have to be scared of the black people. You have to be scared of people like me. Because, see, I could walk right among you.
She's white.
Mm-hmm. And she said, and I'm more than ready to fuck your shit up.
Oh, Lord. What kind of thing is TikTok? I've never been on there.
Well, it's a great little app. You can make.
It's not like Instagram.
Oh, no.
Okay.
TikTok, you make videos. You make
okay.
amazing videos, and there's a lot of amazing programmers, black, white. I mean,
you got 12,000 followers.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing about it is that, and shout out to all my TikTok family. I love you, family. I love you.
He talk about y'all a lot. Yeah, that's good.
But TikTok has its issues too with black people and white fragility and white people. So it's a long-standing.
So
thing.
this is a Japanese-owned,
Chinese-owned. Yeah. And so I'm just saying that in the ideal of white privilege, and people always talk about, I don't make no money, I don't do this, I don't do that. But you don't have to tell your kids when things go wrong, don't run up to the police officer, run into a crowded place and sit there and wait for us to come get you.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell your kids, if a police officer stops you, look him in the eye, say yes sir, no sir, don't make no sudden movements. You don't have to tell your kids that when you have a situation where you're afraid for your life that you cannot run into a police officer. See, white people don't understand that way of thinking because they never had to deal with that way of thinking.
That's true.
They tell their kids, in trouble, run to a police officer. Why? Because that police officer is going to protect you and your white skin. When things go wrong, stand by the police officer.
Oh, they may even take you to get something to eat.
Right.
Dylan Roof.
Or give you some water like the one guy who has killed those two people. But the thing about it is, white privilege gives you that right. See, black people have a whole different aspect of life when it comes to that. There's also tons and tons of things, and I'm not going to get into them because all of you white people already know this. It's nothing new under the sun. Y'all know all this information. All this information has bombarded you for the last, if not the last 3 or 4 months, all your life.
But definitely since the George Floyd thing happened.
So
definitely. Yeah.
Be honest and realistic about your approach. Do not come up to us trying to act like, oh, I didn't know, because you knew.
Yeah.
That's also a part.
The way you solve things, and this any aspect in life, you have to have an honest conversation about it.
Exactly.
You have to be honest, forthright, and just let it all out on the table.
See, and this is why, but this is the problem, and that's why you have the thing called white fragility. They don't want to talk about slavery realistically.
Well,
they don't want to talk about racism realistically.
Or Jim Crow.
They don't want to talk about Jim Crow.
Or civil rights.
Redlining.
Yeah.
Education. They have this one thing, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end. And I promise I'm going to end because, I can keep going forever. Nixon's Secretary of State.
Henry Kissinger.
His assistant said, and I quote, "We had two main issues during the Vietnam era. It was hippies and black folk.
Oh, wow.
We knew that if we tied marijuana to hippies and heroin to black folks, we could raid their communities, raid their homes, and we could put it out every night on the nightly news." Did we know that black people were, that what we were doing was a lie? Of course we did.
Oh, yeah.
He said that.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody ignored it. Just like everybody now is running up talking about Black Wall Street. We have tons and tons of white people. Well, why was it never in the history books? I love that snort because you should have did it. I was waiting for you to do it. You know why it wasn't in the history books. You know why it was never mentioned. You know why Rosewood was never mentioned. You know why why Emmett Till didn't make it in the history books.
Right.
You know why the real thing of what happened to Martin Luther King. Did you hear about that? Finally, it finally came out.
We're gonna get to that next time.
But we're gonna no, because this is gonna be it, and I'm gonna be done with it.
All right.
Let me do it. But the thing is that we know this already.
Right.
There's nothing new under the sun. And I want to tell everybody to take your time and honestly learn. If you're an ally, learn. If you want to be an ally, learn. Sometimes it's better to be ignorant and silent than to speak and let everybody know it.
Yeah, that's another saying you got.
That's another saying.
Oh boy, you got a million of them.
1,000,001.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. We enjoyed doing it as always, and we'll see you next time. And please subscribe and view us and keep those comments coming and emails. They're very important. We love it. We love the feedback. It keeps us going.
Yes,
it
we do.
definitely does. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good night.